the value of LifeWave products. People probably work up to that. They need to understand the water machine for a little bit, and that's going to be up to us to educate them on the value of it. And that's what the value of LifeWave. That's what I've been trying to do for quite some time, a couple of years. So when it first was available to the those of us that are brand partners, basically it sold out right away. They built up the numbers, and they were able to get it out to everybody. There were those of us that were it was available to us early on at certain stages, and then it's been available to all brand partners, and now it's available to all customers, right? So it's really, really looking spectacular, LifeWave these days. So that's fantastic. Now, Jen, do we have the notice of the Orlando trip?
Yes, I'm trying to plug my computer in because it's about ready to crash, but I can put it's in the newsletter and I will pull it up. Let me just plug this in. Okay. I'm sorry that I've
So
been
we have an Orlando
there we go.
event that's
Yeah.
coming up pretty soon.
Yep.
And those that are 3-star directors and above can attend a dinner with David Schmidt. So we'll meet. Of course, those of us that are in our group. Roxanne's going, Lynn's going. Who else is going?
Dr.
You're going?
Kathy.
Oh, good.
Dr. Kathy.
Susan's going. Good, good.
Yep, Susan. Oh, good. And you have to apply. That's why I'll find it and pull it up and put it in the back thing. It was in a text I sent out to everybody. But you have to hit the poster and there's a way to sign up for the dinner. They need you to sign up yourself for the dinner. So if you're 3-star and above, I just gotta find it. Okay. Hmm, I will. Keep going on with other stuff, Michael, because
All right. So anybody have any questions on anything that's going on in LifeWave right now, or do you have something you'd like to bring up? Roxanne, did you raise your hand? No?
I saw Robert's hand up, and
Okay, Robert. Go ahead,
yes.
Robert.
Yes, Frederick linked me the video that you had made about what the water machine and your beautiful recovery with skin problems there.
Yep.
That's just an awesome video, and I highly recommend it. Everyone share that, put it in the chat. You really knocked a home run. Have you gotten a lot of response from that?
From the family. So all of you guys that responded to that, and Roxanne and Dr. Annabelle and some others, thank you very much. That's very, very nice. So yeah, I would say that the water machines probably saved my life. It's because I was really it just exploded on me. I've been dealing with it for a quarter century. It'd been doing okay. It's not perfect, it's not beautiful, but I was able to deal with it. Had dermatologists that would freeze the skin, and that's normally what you do with
Yes.
free angry cell stuff. And so I was just dealing with it, going through life. It started to get a little bit more over time, and I would hit it harder. I had some black goo that I would put on it that I was given. That seemed to work pretty good. And then after Hurricane Helene came through, I don't know what it brought, but it brought some nastiness. That's one of the reasons why I left Florida, because when Hurricane Helene came through, they did not help us clean those streets. And those streets in my neighborhood and around, all up and down the coast, they left us in our filth. So I was very disappointed with Florida. I think it was on purpose because they wanted to make sure that homes were destroyed. There was a lot of homes I was in a very high-end area, and they were tearing down homes constantly because they were so damaged. And there was such a long period of time before they came in and actually started to help the homeowners that a lot of people lost their homes. It was like every week there was a new home being torn down. So during that time frame, we basically cleaned our house when we were able to go to it. within a couple days. We had it clean. We had everything out. We lost tons of stuff. I'd say upwards of $50,000 of stuff that we lost on the bottom floor. Fortunately, we lived on a 3-story house, so there was a lot of stuff on the second and third floor that didn't get damaged. Tracy lost her Range Rover, and it was a brand new Range Rover, pretty much. Had low mileage on it, but you're not going to get what
Right.
what it's worth. So that, and that was covered by insurance, car insurance, but the rest of it, I had homeowners insurance, didn't cover it because of the circumstances of the storm.
Hmm.
They have these little outs, and this is something that's a problem with insurance right now for all of us. But anyway,
Well,
and I think that's probably what happened with a lot of other homeowners, maybe, I don't know. But we had to live with for month after month after month of home repairs, and
yes.
that was a pain in the ass. But we moved everything to the street level. The buildup, the filth, and everything that everybody pulled out of their homes. The sheetrock that had to come out all the way up to about 4 feet came out of the homes, and it lived on the side of the street for months. We ended up just paying. It was pretty pricey to have somebody come and just pick it up.
Yeah.
Because the state wasn't going to do it. So that was that. And so after that, that's when I started having my problems accelerated with my skin. So I'm convinced there's problems, and we learned that in our neighborhood, Madeira Beach, they weren't doing a very good job of doing sanitation for the water.
Mm.
It was overflowing quite often, as we found out. And then, no, after hearing that, and after having swam in that water at the beach, thinking it's safe, but there's constantly, it's getting dumped into water. I think that's why they have a lot of red tide on the west coast of Florida, because they're not doing a good job of cleaning our waste, and it's just going right back into the water. We're swimming in it. So I just got disgusted with that, and my skin problem blew up. Like I said, I've been able to control it up to that point. So that's why I left Florida. Now, when I left, just before I left, I got scheduled to go in and have my skin looked at, because it wasn't healing like it had before. So that black paste, I would put it on a problem area, and it would take out the problem cells, whatever. Not a pleasant experience, because it's burning it out pretty much, and then it would heal back, and it'd be semi-normal for a while, and after 6 months or a year, it'd come back again. It's some places never did, but for the most part, it would come back. But it spread like wildfire after that, and it got worse, and I couldn't treat it anymore. So I went to a dermatologist, and as you saw in those pictures, they cored my problem areas. There's quite a few of them. And I thought I was just going in for one, and they're like just coring my head like crazy. I'm like, dang. So when they core it, basically what they do is they send it to someone that looks at it and see if it's pre problem cell. We can't say the stuff here on friggin' the YouTube, but anyway, they said, yeah, you got some problems. You need to have another specialist, cut some more out. And I'm like, oh, great. So I only had like another week or so left in, because we were moving out. So I went to another specialist. Fortunately, they had an opening, and so they cut some out. So what they do is they have a van that comes up outside. So they'll cut some of that stuff out, and they'll send it out to the van. They'll look at it. It's like, yep, you got it all, or no, you need to cut some more. So most of my sites were like, they cut it out, and it was good. One site was really a problem area, and I think they did like three or four different cuts before they got it out. So they would send it out. They were like, nope, go deeper, go more. And so back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And they do stuff to, like, they use a needle to deaden your skin, but you can still feel a little bit of it.
Yeah.
So it's not pleasant. So anyway, they stitched me up. A couple of days later, I come back, they take the stitches out, and boom, I'm off across the country. And so I get to Florida, and it looks like everything's good. I go see another dermatologist, and he's like, yeah, you got some another problem area." So he used CO2 on it and froze it. And then, like, within a few days after that, it just, like, my head just seemed like there was like all these spots that were coming out, and it was blowing up again. So I was like, dang, I hope that water machine comes soon. So fortunately it did. And I started drinking the water. And now there were
Wow.
some places on my scalp where it was like, and when I say blow up, it's crazy, because it was like somebody had gone into a certain area of my scalp and pumped it up.
Mhm.
And it was actually and that was kind of not that was that was not good. That was not comforting at all.
The water machine, I just pour it in my palm and then rub it all over it, and the skin just seems to really like it. How did it feel when you were doing that?
Well, I didn't actually spray it on the skin until later.
Oh,
Roxanne and Jen started that, and it was several months later. That's been really, really, really effective, because I do it all over my body now.
yeah, you feel it.
It's my skin hasn't been this healed, because I would pretty much always have some kind of problem area for the last 25 years.
Mhm.
So when I started using the water machine, when I started using the water, I'd say within days, those little puffy places that were happening on my scalp, they just completely went away within days.
Well, I'll tell you,
Then the rest of us started healing. And I had keloid, which is basically raised scarring. That's all gone.
yeah.
And that's we're not even at a year yet, but it's been gone for a long time.
Think of the ladies that have, cesarean sections or anything, just rub it on your body. But
Mm.
Michael, you're almost like the living poem called "If" from Rudyard Kipling, that says, if your house is destroyed with worn out tools, you go back and make it again. And I'll tell you, your optics are great, because a lot of us, I want a grand piano. I can put a picture of a grand piano behind me, but then my ears disappear, my arm disappears. But with you, you've got that beautiful Northern Nevada background, and it doesn't eat up your ears or your magnificent arms, because it's a real background, and that's inspiration to all of us. So I salute
Yeah.
your journey, and it's a real deal to see you continually remake your life. It just gets getting better and better. And thank you for introducing all of us to LifeWave. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, appreciate it, Robert. Yeah, so the water machine is next level again. So I had in that video, you can see I'm using the patches, and they had been somewhat effective, but as you guys can see, that was pretty substantial problems that had been building up for a quarter of a century. And literally a quarter of a century, 25 years. And then it's almost completely gone now. I'm almost completely healed on my head, and I was looking at that thing. My head was exploding, and it was spreading to some areas of my body as well. And so I had heard people die of skin cancer. I was like, "How's that possible?" And I was like, "Oh." And my chest, my lungs, I was having a real problem coughing, having been in that Florida filth for as long as we were. And I had gut issues, probably same thing, even though, we're buying food from a good source. We tried to stay local and healthy. But as I found out in Pakistan, some of the places where we were getting our food, they were like flooding the farm fields with raw sewage. And so, like, okay, we're gonna buy from them anymore. And of course, our water there in the Middle East, we found that it was highly polluted. So we had all kinds of in the homes that we would get. The State Department, of course, I'm in the CIA, but the State Department is who our cover is. They would come in and put in machines and filters and all kind of stuff. But in some of the places I went to, like Afghanistan, there was none of that. You take you take a shower, it's like roll of dice, right?
They didn't have the 16-ounce water bottles for you.
Oh yeah, well, some people do that, but that's after a while, that's not convenient. When you're living months in an environment like that, you're going to take a shower, right? So that's what we did. Iraq, and we found out in Iraq, they were basically in the shower facilities that Root Brown and uh, was it something Root and Brown and Root, whatever it was. One of those very high end, you know, industrial complex companies that come in and basically engorge off of the military when there's war. So they came in and they built these showers for us, and we learned later that it was like people were getting cancers and all kind of crazy stuff, like I was. So it's it's one of those things. You serve your country, and sometimes your country doesn't quite serve you. But I've through my own resources, through our resources, through LifeWave, I've been able to beat something that probably would have been the end of me because and the government is as well in Florida, not taking care of their people.
But the trick is to
Mhm.
love as you recommend, which means not resenting, not holding on to the resentment. You know, I got hurt, I got screwed. Just that which does not kill makes me stronger. If you can forgive the thing that, you know, got you hurt and under the weather, then there's healing. Um, you know, I met at that conference in Vegas, I met a pilot who had flown all his life in commercial, and he got real angry because the oil in the jets is used and gets in the air. And he just hated that. And he was coughing and suffering. And I was wanting to give him, you know, the life wave. But if he's still hating everything that happened to him, where's the healing? But
Yeah,
so
that's an excellent point, Robert, because I'm not like that. I open myself to source, and source always comes through. But if you're angry, you're pushing source away, and you won't be given options. Like many of us have offered LifeWave to people, and they resist, and that's to me it's very frustrating.
yeah,
That's part of the human experience. People get frustrated, they get angry, they live in that anger, and it causes problems. So I've learned that you're right. You don't want to be in that state of mind.
I know it. I don't like those revenge action movies anymore. Like there's, you know, always the revenge action movie. And I'm like, just give it up. Go live a nice life. You don't have to kill everyone, you know.
That's right. That's right.
Okay, well,
Send
thank
them
you.
love.
Very much.
That'll kill them. I mean, or take care of them. Because it's a frequency thing, and that's what the water machine is. It's a frequency. So you're putting light in your body. It's detoxing you. I was obviously highly toxic, and it was cleaning me. The hydrogen, the light that was coming into my body. So the angry cells couldn't live in my body because my cells are lighting up. The mitochondria is lighting up. It was obviously compromised. So you can go science with this, or you can just go, I drink the water and I'm okay. And that's as basic as you can get with people. And I think that's highly valuable. And I think going forward, some people look at it from a spiritual point of view. There is that, of course. There's a scientific side, but bottom line, stuff works. I mean, you can't argue with it. I mean, look at all of us. I mean, we all have incredible stories. Roxanne.
Okay, Michael, I was able to pull up the LifeWave event happening in Orlando. So I'll share my screen.
Awesome. Thanks.
And it's in your newsletter that you sent out today.
Perfect.
So, okay. All right. Whoops. So this is the event in Orlando. Tickets are $99, and it's at the Caribe Royale in Orlando. So it's
It's like a
the
nice
dates
place.
there.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'll be nice.
Yeah, I'm staying there. So we're staying there. So that's going to be good, and it'll be good to meet some of you, Susan, and anybody else that comes out there. You, of course, Roxanne. I
Yes.
knew you would be there because it's right in your backyard. So
Yeah, I'm still stuck in Florida.
yeah, Well, you know, you're in a good area. It's like the Crystal Beach has got some
Mhm.
kind of nice little spell on the place. So I think you're good there.
I think so. They say there's a vortex here, an energetic
Exactly.
vortex here.
Exactly.
Yeah. So,
The it's crazy because the hurricanes don't hit there ever. So,
although Milton was 2 weeks after Helene, and the eye went right over Siesta Key and pummeled all the barrier islands. And
oh, really?
that's where I grew up. I grew up on Siesta Key. So,
Hmm.
yeah. So, anyways, that was
I guess it's not completely the vortex there, and
mm,
the myriad CIA guys that live there. So
well,
they knew it was safe too. So, but I guess not
yeah,
totally.
yeah. I think that was the first Cat 5. I think it was hurricane in over 100 years. I
Yeah, and
believe. Yeah.
it basically stopped being a Cat 5 right as it started to come ashore.
Hmm.
So I think some kind of influence happened to that.
Yeah. And let me unmute Susan and Jen, if you want them to speak.
Yes,
And we need to make
that's let
Jen a
them speak.
co-host again. I think when her computer died, she dropped the co-host.
Oh,
So,
really? Okay, you
yeah.
got it. Awesome.
All right. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks for sharing that. So yeah, guys, that's going to be a great event. Now, the $99, does that include a meal or something?
I didn't see that when I bought my ticket.
Okay.
It's a 2-day event, and David
Oh, that's
Schmidt
fine.
will be speaking. And I know you're one of the presenters, but I think there's 42 people that are presenting.
As
So,
well as David, yeah.
yes. Yeah.
Guys, when David comes to these events, I'm not going to say he's absolute, but he
Mm.
usually reveals pretty heavy.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. One other thing. You have the option to win an X20 water machine. There's a drawing for it. So
Nice.
that would be pretty spectacular.
Good bonus. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. All right. Thank you.
All right. Yeah. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Susan.
Hello, great to
Hello.
see everybody. Hi. So great to hear your story, Michael. I didn't see the video yet, but I did lose my brother to cancer. No, angry cells. Sorry. Yeah. So I'm so happy for you. And I've had my water machine 2 months, 3 months, I don't even know, but every day I just love pressing that little dispense button and
I do
just
too, yeah.
so beautiful. And I myself had a little spot, our the Celtic heritage. So I had a little spot on my wrist, and I had heard you speaking about your situation for a while, and it's clearing up. I'm watching it. I'm like, all right, how long is this going to take? How long is this going to take? And it's
Hmm.
definitely working, which is really lovely. And I could just feel my whole body like rejoicing over this. Like I wake up thirsty. I'm like, I need that.
I know.
And
That's good.
right. And so my situation is like I took my little job at Crate and Barrel to pay for my water machine, and so I'm still there. I got my machine, but now I'm hooked on working, and they've moved me into the design department, and
Wow.
people still have money. I mean, I'm working on like $35,000 sale here, and like it's there's still money. So my little mind is like, okay, build my little client book, and I'm trying to figure out how I can, you know, ethically introduce like my LifeWave into when I work with these customers.
Yeah.
I forget the staff at C&B. I mean, I walk by their office and they got potato chips out and just like everything. I'm like, and I'm patching them all the time. They're like, I have a headache, and I patch them. I'm like, oh, I feel better. But they don't buy. Okay, fine. I have two people. I'm a 2-star director. I'm holding on to that. I'm working with my people. They're dedicated. So beautiful.
Nice.
But yeah, so I'm just trying to think of ways to like introduce it without being like gross about it. So if, going forward, if anybody has any suggestions or ideas how I can ethically, advance my personal situation as I'm in, and we don't get commission or anything. It's like just barely above a punch above minimum wage. So,
Wow.
so, yeah, exactly. And I get so mad at myself because I'm like, I work so hard at this job and I should be doing this for my LifeWave. Like, why, what, like, should I stop and just throw myself into that, or should I work it into what I'm doing now? So I'm kind of in that spot there. So anybody?
Well, that's good. I when I left CIA, kind of driven out, kind of, but anyway, when I left the CIA, I started working. I did the Pacific Crest Trail, kind of to clear my mind, and then I started working in the security business, and went up fast, kind of like you. You got a background. You're probably going to move pretty quickly, which I did. I went to pretty close to the top, security manager for, and usually it takes guys decade or so to make it to that point. I did it in like months. So at first there was a little resistance from the guys I work with, but then they got over it because they saw how good it was, I guess. I don't know. So I was like you. I was like, there's something better. All right. And then I started, doing my Unleashing Intuition courses. God guided me when I was on the Pacific Crest Trail to do that. And so I created them and I started to market them. And I was like, how can I do it? And then eventually I got, okay, it's time to get out. God told me. I was like, but how am I going to, well, you're going to get out and you're going to focus on your job. And that's giving, people the insight into intuition, which is connection to me. And that's going to help them quite a bit. And I was like, okay. So I quit, and then COVID hit like a month later, and everybody got shut down. So I started promoting it. I was like, well, what am I going to do now? And so I was working it at the same rate as I was when I was working most of my time for the casino business. And then I finally got, you used to work 12 hours in the casino business, start doing that for your own job, your own income. And then it was like almost overnight, they went from, a 4-digit business to a 7-digit business. So you can do that in this business. And I've kind of been coaching some of you guys. The way that is you get on social media. Now, there's lots of different ways to do it, of course. And I know some of you guys are hesitant. There is no one that was more hesitant than me. I mean, me, like, special forces, you don't talk about it. Then I'm in the CIA, you don't talk about it. And your life is just, you're like a ghost. And now I'm going to come out and talk about, all this stuff. Yeah. So I've overcome a lot of stuff, but when you're guided, it sounds like that's where you're going, Susan. When you're guided, you're going to stay open to it. Just like Robert and I were talking about, if you're angry, you're not going to get guidance because intuition doesn't work when you're angry. So you're not going to get guidance of what you need to do. And that's the way it was for me. I was just always open. It's just like one step forward, 2 steps back, 3 steps forward, 1 step back. So I just kept at it. And then eventually it really popped for me. Then I took that and transferred it because I was like, as a little kid, there's 3 things I want to do when I grow up. And one is to be a Navy SEAL. I want to work for like a James Bond type guy. then I want to have a business where I help a lot of people. So here I am. I've done those other 2 things on the highest level you can imagine, and even myself. And then now here I am in the next line of my life, the ultimate line of my life, and sharing this business opportunity and the incredible. So what better example am I? I survived, because of LifeWave. So it's amazing how these things happen. And if I hadn't been open, if I hadn't, wanted the ultimate as a little boy business, then it probably would have not have transpired for me. So yeah, all of you, Susan's great story. She's gonna make it. She's focused, and eventually it will click for you because we're all individuals and we all have our own backgrounds. We all have our own experiences. We all have our own insights and experiences and education and so forth, which will eventually be transferred, and it's 333 here now, so which will eventually be transferred over into uh, creating the business of your dreams, whatever that is. You have to decide what that is. For me, it was something, magically big, but does it have to be big? Yeah, because that's part of my dream. So
Well, right. That's what I feel like. Like if I'm doing it, I go all the way. Whatever I do, I just throw myself all in. But as you know, we're addressing, the anger and all of that. Like the work environment is so toxic. It's just everyone's at each other's throats for the sales dollars. And I'm like, I'm making $20 an hour. Like, really? Seriously? And I'm pulling in so much money for this company.
yeah.
And I know my healing skills and all of that. So it's just a matter of me, like taking that leap and getting back into, being brave and doing it. So,
Right.
yeah, thank you.
Yeah, and that's the way I was as a security manager. I was saving the company a lot of money and helping them make money. But they started to started to lean on me. I was like, God, what kind of stupid is this? Of course, that company's gone now. But the top guy that was in a company always told me, I don't know how you came into being here, but I am so glad you're here. So, and then they fired him, and I was like, this is not good. And then so they're starting to lean on. I could see the way things were going. Eventually I wouldn't be there much longer. It's like it's not the work environment is not made for people that are great performers. It's
Right.
like they want to
Right.
eat you up and spit you
Yeah.
out. It's like it's what a weird, but not here. We're able to like for you, if you want to double your income, what's it going to take? And LifeWave, it's going to take getting this before more people, and that's what's going to double your income, triple your income, and then on and on and on. You just have to figure out how that is going to work for you,
Right.
and you'll do it because you're, like you said, you have focus and you are very creative, conscious wise.
Right.
And you have big dreams and you focus on your dreams and they manifest. That's amazing how that works. So,
Yeah.
yeah, good luck. It's going to be great seeing you go forward. And we've watched you, go forward. So, I mean, look, you got your own water machine, and that's because of your inspiration to figure out a way to do it. So you went back to work, and now you're getting inspired to like do it for yourself.
Right. And that is true. Like I'm learning a lot there. I'm learning numbers. I'm learning sales.
Yeah.
Before, it's like, who cares? But now I get how important it is because, they're always on me. So, so yay. So thank you.
Yeah. Very good. And that's kind of the way it was when I went into the casino business. I didn't work with the public. I worked with terrorists, taking them out. And so it was definitely a change. Had to be a good speaker in front of other people, whereas before that wasn't, the thing that I did. Of course, I can talk to people. I motivate people. I motivated my teammates and so forth. But it wasn't for the general public. And then I learned to do it for the general public. And it's I'm still a work in progress. We all are. So we're all learning. We're all helping each other excel, and that's what business builder is all about. All right, manager maker. All right.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you, Jen.
There we go. Thank you, Michael. Yeah, I'm not a co-host. I lost it when my machine died, but Roxanne's handling it, and it's good. A couple things. One, while you were talking, Susan, do you have cards with a QR code on it? Because I will do this for anybody on our team. I have an app, and you just have to tell me what live younger / with your username. I'll do that, send it to you, and you'll have it. And you can put it right on your card, number one. And two, the new app that Gregory came out with, it's astoundingly wonderful. So I'm hoping that I think I'm coming down with a cold, Michael, from that trip out west. Anyway, apologize for
It's Florida. Get out of
it's
there.
Florida. I got home and I'm coughing. I was coughing on my meeting this morning. So I think it's really important for everybody to look at that new app, and if you can get it, it is phenomenal. And
It really is.
I will tell you that I met people on the way over and on the way back, gave them samples, gave them my card, and then I put them in my cell phone and said on the plane, I can't find them because I didn't do something that would have. Now that I've got the app, I'll just put them in there. But anyway, they're lost, and I've got 4,500 people in my phone. So I thought, I put Spirit Airlines. I thought I put something like that, but I can't find them. So I'll be searching for the people I met because they were very interested. The other thing, it's $1,500 if you sell a water machine. I sold my first one yesterday, and I've got another one today. And what I want to say to everyone, a lot of people talk to me about, well,
To
I
a
know,
customer. To a customer.
pardon? Yeah, no,
Brand
right.
partner
If it's a
1,000 and a
customer,
customer
you're right.
15.
If
Yeah.
it's a customer, you're correct. And I did do it for a customer, but I have a brand partner that's now interested, but that'll be $1,000. I mean, it's still a very big deal. What I want you all to think about, because people have been saying to me, well, I don't know anybody rich enough to do it, no, I'm working with someone right now that they don't have a lot of money, but they are desperate to be healthy. And so we're talking about how can she do it? And, and she's got a husband who's a veteran, and they need this machine, and they're going to make it happen. And so if anybody, just look at your whole downline and see who might be interested. It's not about being rich or having money at all. It's about helping them find a pathway to borrowing the money, paying it once a month, PayPal or a loan from the bank. There's a lot of different ways. And I think that this is important for us to lift. I always look at it like I don't care if people can afford it. I know that if they want it, they're going to buy it. And so I hope you all look at it that way, because it's not about people being rich buying it. It's about everyone needs it in the world, and how do we help them get it? So those are my 2 cents. That's it.
All right, very good. And to continue on Susan's comment or question,
Yeah.
Roxanne, she helps people after they have surgery, and she talks to them often. And so, Roxanne, tell us how you use your other job to get people involved in the patches.
Sure. So, well, I wear them in noticeable places, like whether they're on my hand or my wrist. And some of the nurses, when I go to meet the patient, some of the nurses are like, "What is that on you?" And I'm like, "These are my Live Younger, Longer wellness patches." And they're like, "Huh? What? What did you just say?" And I'm like, "Yeah, they activate your own, what cells." I don't know if I can even say the word on here anymore, but anyways, I mean, we get smacked down when we try to do the right thing. So I share with whoever is open to wanting to listen, and a few people have signed up. And some people ask me, "Well, is this going to help with my healing?" And I'm like, yes. The short answer to any of your medical questions, any of your, is it going to help with this symptom or that? The short answer is yes, but you have to be patient. You have to use this regularly and consistently, and be patient with yourself, because you didn't get here overnight. And a lot of these are people in their some are in their 40s, and I'm like, why are you having this done? I asked them that. And because chances are they're going to have a repeat later on in life. Um, but a lot of the clients that I've come across, they're older than me, so they're probably like my parents' age in their 70s. And, but a lot of these women, it's mostly women patients that I care for. And, but a lot of them are like, yes, I'm interested. And I'm like, well, you're still under the influence of anesthesia, so let's wait until you sober up. And usually the next morning, because I stay the night with them, so usually the next morning they're ready to sign up. And I'll give them a few days worth of patches. I said, put this on, or actually I have them hold it in their hand, like, and I learned that from Tracy Joe, to feel the energy. And they close their eyes, and I say, just hold it in your hands for a few minutes, and maybe not minutes, but hold it in your hand for a little bit, close your eyes and just breathe and try and relax. And then they're like, they open their eyes, I'm feeling something. And I'm like, that's the energy that you're feeling. And they're like, wow. And I'm like, well, do you want to put it on? And I explain to them, there's no drugs, no chemicals in this product. It's frequency, it's light. And I also explained, before David Schmidt, I explained who he is, but I do explain to them, before he creates anything new, he always prays and gets his answer from God. And they're like, wow. So I do it. Does every single client of mine sign up? No, but there's interest,
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the ones that want less pain and quick healing, they're the ones that sign up. The ones that want longer pain and not quick healing, they don't get involved.
Yeah, or they get
they don't know. People don't
they,
know what they don't know. So you tell them, and they're like, oh, that can't be real, and they don't get involved. It's sad, but
well, either they listen and heed the advice, or they don't, and
Yeah.
whatever. So.
And sometimes it doesn't work right away with some people. It goes to some other places that they're unaware of. So, Dr. Kathy,
Oh, let me unmute her.
thanks for that, Roxanne.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Oh, how you guys doing today?
Good.
So I was thinking about what Susie said, and just I guess playing off of what Jen said and what Roxanne said, because you guys had some great ideas. I heard on one of the YouTubes, I think Jim Gillian said it about the water machine, that no one buys the water machine. They buy the benefits. So that was something that kind of hit home with me. So if you think about when we talk about anything in this technology, it's all about the benefits. So we're not really selling a patch, we're really promoting or selling the benefits. Now, I don't know, Susie, if you've got your water machine, you can have, I know I've got one of those
You got one, yeah.
bottles that say X20 light infused water, carry it around. You'd be surprised that people will ask what it is. If you don't have that, I do know they give you stickers with the performance bundle. You can put those on a water bottle. And like Jen or Roxanne said, wear your patches so that you can see them. Put them right on your clothing, on your hands, so that people see these things. Because you will be surprised that people will ask, and you're not even doing things. They'll start asking you about different things. And then the fact that you're in the workforce, really, that's a way to meet people.
Yeah.
It may not be coworkers, but I mean, it's just people. You're out and about. Okay. And that's really what it is. It's out there meeting people, no matter where it is. It could be in the supermarket, it could be in a restaurant. It's meeting people. Okay. And being ready and prepared that if someone does ask about it, you've got your business card, you've got something to share with them. Okay. And that's really all it is, creating a relationship, going ahead and sharing the benefits, because it's all about benefits. No one does something unless they want a result.
Outstanding. Very good. And yeah, we're all unique like I said, and we're going to build a way of presentation, just like Roxanne was talking about. She's got quite a background, and she just brings her own truth into it. And Dr. Kathy, you've been crushing it, getting a lot of people signed up. So congratulations to you. So you're living what you're teaching. We all are, hopefully, and you're going to see results over time. So keep sharing, keep talking about it, keep displaying it. Like Dr. Kathy was talking about, I have an X2O bottle, and on shows, I'll if I'm on somebody else's show, I'll either wear a LifeWave shirt or I drink out of a LifeWave cup or a water bottle that has LifeWave on it. So I'm constantly, getting it out there, displaying it, and it's been incredible. I've had great results over time. People have seen it. I just went to a conference in Vegas, and there were hundreds of people that are signed up under me that are using the patches. So crazy, crazy, amazing. Sally.
Hi, Michael, and thanks for sharing your story about your issues with your skin. That's very timely because I've got something going on like that too. And Nick and I spoke of it last night, and we really said to each other, how can we get that water machine?
Yeah.
And so we really do, we're very serious about wanting to get it here. So if any of you find out or know when it's going to be available to our country, we're very interested.
Very good.
Anyway, it's so great to be in amongst this group and the vibe and the consciousness. Thank you. I have patched up a couple of people last week, and it's just very slow. They just, would you let me put the patch on you? Oh, yes, and oh, but I'm doing this, I'm doing this other thing. So it hasn't clicked yet, but I'm still focused.
Very good. Yeah, now, people can do other things, and this works along with other things, and it helps, other things, whatever they may be, have better results. Now, some people don't know because they've been doing this other thing, and maybe they're getting results at a certain rate, and if they start using a patch, it accelerates. Now, some people, it's crazy to me, but they, just aren't, into their physicality, energy fields, and all that stuff is kind of, something most people don't talk about. But I've noticed, other people respond and they don't know that they're responding. I see it, and they're saying they're having results, but it still doesn't click. It's just some kind of we're all programmed a certain way to believe in a certain system that's really not performing well for us. And that's why the LifeWave patches and the Stellar Jives and Water Machine and the Alabita and all these other things that are available to us now work exceptionally well, but they only work exceptionally well, even though some people are getting exceptional results. They only work exceptionally well for people that are open-minded about it. So yeah, it's just one of those things. You have to find those people that are open-minded and that are willing to, get more involved with it. It's a process like you're talking about, over time, it's going to start to click, and then it's going to start click more and click, 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 and you're going to take off. And that's the way this is. And it's just a matter of, timing over time, that you're going to get results. And some people are going to be inspired by your results, and that's usually how people often get involved. Like you're talking about, you're looking at, results that some of us have gotten from the water machine, and you want to get involved with that. That's the way it's going to be for a lot of people. They see other people get results, and they're like, I want that. And just like we were just talking about James Gilliland, I'm going to see him soon. So I was like, now I guess he's already using LifeWave, or bummer. But see, you're he's a very wise man. And so he's talking about how you're not buying a water machine, you're buying results. Uh, you're seeing results in other people. Other people see results in you, and they want those results. So start to think that's a great one that Dr. Kathy brought up, because it's a different type of focus. So maybe you've been focused on an area that or a mindset that hasn't been working for you. You want to like open yourself up for something that's going to change. And like I said, I'm constantly evolving too. So I think that was a little evolutionary boost that I just got from Dr. Kathy. So think of it that way. People are searching for results, not for a certain product. Although the product brings it, of course, but people want results. There's lots of results that happen with LifeWave. And what's amazing about those results is that their body is doing it.
Yeah.
And that's a whole nother conversation that, as far as like getting people to understand that, it takes a while, if ever. And just like I said, I put the patch on, it works. And that's some people, that's all they're ever going to know. Right. So, and that's fine. So we love those people too. You don't have to actually be, expert in science, or a scientist, or a sales expert in sales, or any of those things. Anybody can come in and do this. The one thing that is the guarantee of success is if you continue to do it, no matter what, and you evolve over time. You're open-minded to try something new. Maybe you're in sales before and you're trying to do the sales and not working for you, and you're like, well, this doesn't work because I was good at sales for this other product and this is not working. So again, there's someone that's obviously closed-minded, because LifeWave success has worked. There's a lot of people in LifeWave that have had amazing success. So you will have success if you continue to share the product, continue to use the product, and eventually something is going to click for you. And then you're gonna turn around and you're gonna move out. So it's gonna be great. I think, Sally.
Thanks, Michael.
I hope you get your water machine soon. So we'll pray for.
Yes. Well, there was a little divine sign. We just discussed last night. It was our Friday night that yes, I'll go and get my skin thing looked at, and I thought, oh well, I can't ring my doctor tonight. She is an awakened doctor and our friend, and then I fell asleep last night listening to you and Honey Golden and Lisa, and I woke up at 12 o'clock midnight. I checked my phone, and it was a message from my doctor to say, "Can I come and see you tomorrow, Sally?" I thought, oh well, thank you very much.
Wow.
So we have to, I do have faith in the divine.
Yeah, very good. And I'm glad I can get you to sleep. So, a lot of people say that you have a calming voice.
It was such a nice.
I listen to you at night before I go to sleep, and okay.
It was such a nice interview, such nice energy with you three.
Yeah, those
It's fun.
those ladies are great. Yeah.
Yeah, it's fun.
Yeah.
But yeah, we go off on. I know a lot of those subjects. We go off on a lot of different tangent subjects, so it's good.
Yeah.
It's good.
Thank you.
Thank you, Diane.
Several people have said this, and I think Jim was one of them. When people make a purchase, they do it on emotions, and later on they validate it or verify it with logic, their own reason and logic, their own brand of, I needed this. I know I really shouldn't have got it. It was very expensive. I can't really afford it, but I will find a way to pay for it because of these reasons that are logical to me. So I needed it, but the decisions are always based on emotions.
Yeah, very good. And I remember I was a young Navy SEAL, and I didn't have a lot of money. But I wanted this one car. It's a beautiful BMW convertible, red. So I had a picture of that on my refrigerator. And life goes on, and I travel quite a bit. I'd go overseas for 6 months and I come back. So lo and behold, I finally found myself in a position where I could afford it. And my dad is at the time he was quite good at getting good deals on cars. So he's like, I got this BMW for you. I know you're looking for this. And I'm like, oh, great. So I was in San Diego. I flew to South Carolina where my parents were at the time. And lo and behold, there is the red car. It could have been any color. It could have been anything, but it was the red car. So you never know the power. Well, you should know at this time, all of us, because this audience is, I think, a little bit more advanced than most audiences. But at this point, you should really realize that your thought and your focus is very important. So continue to trust that you're going to achieve the levels that you want. So it's going to happen. It's going to happen in its right time. It's going to happen as it's supposed to.
Yes. Yep.
Yep.
By the way, thank you. I want to personally thank you for the video that you made. Jen made it available to us yesterday morning, and it just was in time for the water machine party that I had yesterday afternoon.
Ooh, yeah,
It
good.
was just 4 people, but another water machine sold, and I
Nice.
played that video for them. They had lots of questions, and I basically did a whole little presentation on LifeWave technology, the patches and the water machine. And it was about a 2.5 hour party. And I played that video, and that, I think you're a good closer.
Well, obviously you are, because you get some sales there, and who knows? Hopefully, at some point down the road, there were more people that were at that party. If not, all of them will get involved if they are not already. So, good job.
Well, I put an X39 on all 4 of them.
Nice.
Their husband and wife and their son and his wife. And I patched it with X39 and then did the presentation, showed them the machine, all the little details about it, discussed the patches, the water, answered lots and lots of questions. And it was very nice and worked out very well. So hopefully there'll be interest in the future for the son and daughter-in-law.
Oh, good. Yeah, no doubt. How old were they?
I think in their 50s, maybe.
Okay. It's good. It's a good age. You're starting to have a little, problem here and there.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, and that's one of the problems too, because the younger generation, they don't know that if they get on the LifeWave now, it will have amazing benefits further down the line. And so that's a challenge, to get the younger generation involved. I've gotten some youngsters involved, so that's good.
Yes, it is.
Yeah. So the younger, I think, the better. Start out earlier. If I could have had this when I was in Navy, when I was going through BUDS training, SEAL training, boy, that would have made a huge difference. And everybody that goes through BUDS training, if they can have that, of course, probably some of the instructors are like, we don't want to give them any edge. So, but they would get an edge from this. They get more energy, they heal faster, and that's one of the greatest problems in BUDS training, the injuries. And if we could roll that back, I think that would be something that would work out quite a bit. And so I've talked to some people over the years, and some have wanted to get involved in that, but it never goes anywhere. But I still am hopeful that at some point it will. So the more people that you share this with, the more people that get involved with this. And who knows, maybe those people that Diane, shared with, they love it so much they got to tell everybody. They got to tell the world, and she's got a big leg in the making there. So you never know. You're not doing it because you're thinking, oh, this person's going to be amazing. You're just doing it to share and help people. So that's the way you approach this, and that's the way
Yeah.
people will start to trust you and your integrity, and will start to shine, and people will notice, as it has for me. And then they'll want to get involved with some of the stuff that you're involved with, and that's the way it's worked out really great for me. All right, guys. Great time today. Great. I love it when you guys come in and share. I wish more of you would share, but I can be a chatty boy, but I want you guys to get in there and do it. And remember, I didn't used to be a chatty boy.
I put your video out, Michael, for everybody who needs it. Okay. I
thank you.
put your video right there. So grab it before he clicks us off. I just did it because Maria asked for it. So it's there.
And I unmuted everybody so we can all say good night.
Oh, good.
All
Thank
right.
you.
Yeah. Good night, everybody.
Good night, everyone.
Thank
Good
you.
night,
Very
chatty
good.
boy.
Great
Everyone.
job, Susan.
Buenas noches, señoras. and
Can't wait to see you
señores.
all. It's coming soon. Yay!
You're so great.
Buenas
Very good.
noches. And we're having a Mexican food night, so thanks for that.
That's right. Yeah, I'm a good cook. I love cooking.
Oh yeah.
That's my native cook, though.
Good. Very
Take
nice.
care.